You know, I love the scriptures. The Bible is so rich, so pertinent, so relevant to our lives. No matter where you are, what you're doing, the scriptures have something to say. I was just talking with someone the other day about a little book called Habakkuk in the Old Testament, and just how relevant it is for where we are living today in the 21st century. The problems and concerns aren't necessarily exactly the same, but they speak to where we are today. And one of the really wonderful little books I just encourage you to pick up and read for yourself is the book of Proverbs. And I pick it up on a regular basis, not every day, but it's something I come back to again and again. There's 31 chapters in Proverbs. You can have an easy Bible reading program by just picking up Proverbs, and whatever day of the month it is, open up that chapter and read it. I mean, it's real simple. But Proverbs chapter 1, Proverbs is a book about wisdom, written primarily probably by Solomon, this wise king. He asked God for wisdom, and God gave it to him. And in the introduction, it says the Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. And then he talks about wisdom and how to get wisdom and things. And then he says in verse 7 of chapter 1, he says this: the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Some translations translate that wisdom. That word is translated in other ways throughout the book of Proverbs, but the fear of the Lord is the beginning of it, of wisdom, knowledge. And so there's a question in there, because, friends, we live in a world that is just afraid. It is petrified. It is overcome with worry and fear, and there's lots of reasons for that. I don't want to hang it all on technology, but we've never before lived in a time where we could know everything that's going on in the world almost to the minute. I mean, it's somewhat overwhelming to our minds and our senses. And yet here in Proverbs, Solomon says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning. You want knowledge, you want true knowledge, true wisdom, true skill in living, as my mom taught me. I think of wisdom as just interacting with the world according to what is really, really true. First thing you got to do is fear the Lord. Not fear the news, not fear the election, not fear the stock market going up or down, not fear what's going to happen to you or your family. He says fear, or reverence, understanding who God is, being ultimately concerned with that is the beginning of knowledge and wisdom, he says at the beginning of Proverbs. And it's this book designed to help us live well. The first step is having God in the right place, as the God of the universe, and ourselves under him in reverence and fear.